Hey y'all, I'm back for another reading. Thank you for viewing me. Thank you for joining in. Happy Saturday, sending everybody the love and light and the strength needed to go through a difficult day. So, there is a person who wanted to cause some kind of chaos, conflict, okay? Picking up on some kind of like, a person wanting to cause you some kind of depression emotions. PTSD, okay? It's giving me witchery. Basically, it's giving me Hell's Kitchen. Okay, Hell's Kitchen is significant. Witchcraft. Kitchen witch. Okay, and I also channeled the song. Well, the words I hear is Du hast mich. Okay. And it's the band called Rammstein. Right. That Du hast mich means you hate me. All right. They know you hate this person. You could have every right to feel this way. All right. But it's also giving me cord cutting. Needing to release. It's somebody also wanting to come in and repeat a cycle. Even though the cycle has ended, this person feels like they want to come in. And it's also giving me like they want you to feel sorry for them. I don't know. And on the plus side, there is somebody who's hiding their true emotions for somebody. Okay? And this person is also going through some kind of karmic cycle that they need to end, but they're hiding. All right? Du hast mich. Caretaker. Somebody could be ending up in a hospital. Right? This is somebody in the hospital bed. Somebody with past childhood issues because there's a child in bed. Okay, somebody could have wanted you to be sick and ill. And there is some kind of physical issue going on here for somebody, for sure. Something's missing. Okay, and it's like, you see, she's got her hands up, turning that way, and he's trying to talk to her. And she's like, she doesn't want to hear about it. Okay. Intimacy or fertility issues. Either or, it can go both ways. This could be the person who's trying to get out of a karmic loop, karmic cycle. Okay. It's giving me intimacy issues. Okay. It's like they don't want to be with this person anymore. This could also be your karmic partner, your ex, who found themselves to be with somebody right now they don't want to be with. All right? Maybe they're with somebody who wants a child, but they can't have a child anymore. There's something going on with fertility issues, all right? And it's like, I don't know. Maybe they want to be part of a family and the family is rejecting them. I don't know. There's something going on with that one. I grabbed two by mistake. We have Archangel Raphael, and that's love, healings, and miracles, and longing for love. Somebody wants to heal something from the past, okay? Because there's love, healing, and miracles. They could be praying on the miracle, all right? This is definitely somebody from the past. You see there's 3 people in the picture. Somebody was left behind. Somebody met somebody, okay? And this is what they're at now, this couple. So perhaps this is your ex. Really, I had a reading this morning with the light seers, okay, and it was the same thing, okay? But I'm strongly getting this emotion of like antisocial. Okay, it's some kind of antisocial emotion that I pick up on, and it's also like a depression, feeling sad about something, or having to fight these emotions alone. Okay, and it's giving me the hermit energy a lot, but with the Three of Swords as well. It's giving me like some kind of community, a family. Okay, something that went down so bad. It's also giving the Ten of Swords energy, a lot of pain, a severe ending, self-doubt, feeling of inadequacy, feeling like you're not enough. That's the kind of emotion that I feel right now for somebody, okay? And it's, I don't know, somebody could have ancestors protecting this person, okay? They're in the mirror. Education, university, learning and teaching. Learning and teaching. You could be like learning how to heal your own emotions at this point, right? Something is missing, because that's the card that came out. Something is missing, all right? Shaman is healing energy. So there's definitely something that involves healing, all right? And the bottom of the deck, intelligence, mental actions, and right thinking. And that's resourcefulness. Somebody could have been like attacking your ability to self-heal. Meaning this person here knows exactly how to push the right buttons, okay, to activate your anger or your pain. Okay, this is definitely a person that knows you inside out. All right. Hell's Kitchen. Success, personal or professional achievements. Servitude. Yeah, look at it. It looks like a person working in the kitchen, right? A pot of soup. This is the kind of person that wants to help others. Maybe you are a kind of person that loves to help others. They could have turned somebody against you, all right? This is service. It's bringing value. So they could have devalued your personality, your charisma. The numbers 43, 12, 24, 20. And the numbers 19 and 18 could be the 43 could be an age that you're in. Somebody that's in 43 years of age, I don't know, but there's also 24, the 24th of the month, 12 of the month. These could be your dates of birth or the year, 18, 19, 20, 24, and 12. Du hast mich. Butterfly. Yeehaw. Something is going down. Somebody doesn't want a secret to be revealed about something. Okay? Something that will bring value. Something that can heal. This is somebody who wants to take away your abilities. They want to lower you. Water in reverse. Well, my deck is in reverse. Quite frankly. No, the deck is all mixed up. So, emotions, water. This is lifeblood. Okay? So, lifeblood. We did see kitchen. I spoke something about Hell's Kitchen. And the card. Where did I put it? It's right here. See? This pot of soup here is giving me like it's not a good pot of soup. All right? Witches do create potions. Okay? Poisoning. And it has something to do with lifeblood in reverse. Okay, poison in their veins. This could be them. It's not positive. I don't laugh. Well, I'm gonna laugh no matter what. The past is in the past. Have you survived this? Laugh about it. Okay? I suggest. Release. Release it. Ask God to help. Pray with God. He's going to take care of this. All right? Wisdom is cedar tree, oak tree, ancestors. And I did pull out self-doubt. Okay? Did I put it back in the deck? I must have. Self-doubt was a girl who was feeling inadequacy. All right? And there was ancestors in the mirror. Well, this is it right here. I thought I pulled it out. It must have been bottom of the deck energy. Intentions. Creating intent. This is intentions. Your intentions, but their intentions was to create mountains, difficulties, challenges. Somebody was really trying to lower you. Voice. Okay, this is supposed to be in the upright. It's in reverse. Okay, so in reverse, it's like they don't have an inner voice. Okay, this is about listening to the good voice, the good judgment, the good thoughts. Right, inner voice, doing the right thing. This is in reverse. And it's on ancestors. It's not your ancestors giving you bad thoughts. Okay? It's your ancestors telling you about this person that they don't have the inner voice. And perhaps your ancestors are trying to speak to you and you're not listening. That could be the case as well, right? Ocean in reverse, waves. Okay, so this is very emotional and it's also like crashing in. So something is about to crash in. The number 27, the number 6, number 26. And now we have sage. This is purification, so you could have, maybe you should cleanse your energy. Sage it's symbolic for cleansing. Okay, maybe you needed a detox of some sort. All right, maybe you're holding on to something from the past. Okay, like maybe they bought you a necklace or maybe a piece of jewelry. It could be old clothes, right? And that's still attached to this person. You may need to throw that out. Okay, because nothing that you hold from a past person has any value. Okay, because when you die, you can't bring anything with you anyways. Start a new life. All right? So this is like saging your energy, cleansing your energy. It's also a cord cutting. Diamonds, everything, almost every card is in reverse. Okay, so this is like forming under pressure. Diamonds form under pressure. It's giving me like they wanted you not to transform. It's a lot of pressure. If you can't survive, you're not going to be a diamond, okay? So somebody is like, somebody was really trying to work against you. Rain, renewal. Okay, so renewal is very, like, this is death and rebirth, okay? I want to read just a few words for this card because it's going to tell me what kind of flower this is. I know this flower is very significant. What number is that? 29. Huh, look at that. I cut the book open and it's right there. The perpetual cycle of water distribution on Earth has no actual starting point in this continual movement for from one form to another. I just want to see if I can find the name of the flower, but it's going to talk about rain. Lilies. Okay, this is a lily. Within the cloud, droplets condense and grow, then fall to the earth as rain, renewing the fresh water onto the land and nourishing the life form of life upon it. The rain lily featured on this card exemplified this theme with blossom and remain dormant from months. Finding your inner self. So somebody was trying to stop you, right? It talks about challenging surrender and urging of the spirit and spite of the fear. So it's also giving me like somebody who's trying to keep you in fear. Okay. Renewal. My name is in renewal. I always notice that. Okay, so I'm gonna do some wild unknown. Hey, hey, hey. 6 of Wands. An exposure. Somebody could feel exposed right now. This could be this karmic. Right? This kitchen witch. With that pot of soup. This poison. This witchcraft. It is giving me strong witchcraft. And I am getting this bad vibe, like this bad vibration. It's like sadness, remorse, but there's a lot of confusions. 2 of Wands. What the hell is my deck in reverse? Why is every deck that I have with 2 of Wands? It's 2 of Wands in reverse. They didn't want you to make ends meet. This is giving me like they tried to strip. They made it really so hard for you that they wanted you to give up. Okay, making ends meet is like you pushing forward, working hard. Okay, and it's like, yes, you must have had some pain, but there's unnecessary pain that was done to you, trying to prevent you from moving forward. Okay. Because a lot of times I see like this in the upright, right? It's like you're at a distance of something, but eventually, right, you were going to make the ends meet for yourself. But it's in the reverse. Somebody's going to get exposed for working against you in such a way. Queen of Pentacles. This did not work. This is also using your family against you. Okay, because they thought they were going to be so gracious by doing this. It's giving me this person is a full-blown narcissist, okay? But it's giving me also you're the Queen of Pentacles. 4 of Swords. It's some kind of transformation. Okay, they wanted you kneeling. It's almost telling me like they wanted to teach you a lesson. Right? They wanted you to crawl back. They wanted you to say like, I need you. Right? Without you, I can't do it. But that's not working out because this must have opened your third eye kind of thing. Your inner knowing. Who's gonna get the emotion of PTSD? Let's just say you got PTSD, okay? Are you really gonna go back to them? If you do, you're stepping into the same karmic cycle. A lot of people don't go back, but they wanted to teach you a lesson. Education, university, learning and teaching, that's like the Hierophant. Okay? Because the Hierophant, it's always like a teacher, a spiritual lesson in life. All right? And it's like they wanted to teach you a lesson. They wanted. All right? But while they were doing this, they were going to be in a relationship, leaving you in the past. They wanted you to regret. Okay? They wanted you to miss them, miss her, or miss him, whatever the case may be. But they had no success, did they? They could be watching, right? This is why they got an eye out in the telescope. Queen of Wands. So this is also like the Queen of Wands. A lot of times it's them talking bad, exposing. All right. A lot of times the Queen of Wands energy, it's everybody has this inside of them. Okay. It's when you create something for yourself in life and you need to attract. Okay. So a lot of times the Queen of Wands is like going out in public and talking too much. Sometimes we talk too much, right? And we lead ourselves in trouble. You're like, well, I shouldn't have said that in public, okay? But this person is doing that. This person is like talking about you in public. And it has to be for some kind of ill intentions. Something is being exposed for this. The first card out is the Six of Wands. Okay, and it is like the Six of Wands, it's a battle, okay? Because this butterfly was trapped in this darkness. But it's finally out of it. So it's release. And it's also an exposure. And if she was out in the public talking, right, the public's going to see this person for what they're doing. So they're actually exposing themselves because they don't have a clue about what common sense is. All right? They're the one who, they're the one who's cheating here. If they did not cheat, they left you and they walked away and they wanted you to know about it. Yeah, well, bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. That's third party energy. They're trying to keep you stuck into it. King of Swords, but you have some kind of protection. And the Four of Cups, it's like a Four of Cups, it's always like you're not over it. And if you're not over it, you do need to release this, cut the cord. Again, you could have some kind of sentimental attachments. Maybe you think this person is going to come back. Even if they do, they had ill intentions. So it's up to you. But I mean, the Four of Cups, it's always like a person who had the chance to have love. God was trying to tell them, look, there's a cup of love here. But this person did not want to look. They did not want to turn their back. And they went with the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, it's going out energy. Okay, and this is it right here. Bottom of the deck is the Devil. When I pull that one out, Devil is temptations, tormentations as well, toxicities. Okay, so what toxicities? It's everything. Okay, it's a toxic person to be with, a toxic relationship, and it's also talking about drugs, alcohol, partying. Okay, the Three of Cups, which is this person here, the Four of Cups, is the kind of person who didn't want to stay home, all right, and grow up because they had the chance to have real love, but they wanted to go out. Well, there is, though, somebody hiding in the shadows, wanting true love. And this person may not want to come in because perhaps they feel like this ex is still in the picture. High Priestess in reverse, okay? So, like, High Priestesses in the upright, it's a kind of person that knows ahead of time. The ball's in their court, okay? High Priestess, sometimes it's psychic abilities as well, all right? But this person here, it's like, I don't know. They don't have it right. They don't. They could be crazy kind of thing, okay? Demented. Because this is in the reverse. I don't know why my cards are in the reverse. I must have done a reading and, I don't know. It's not bad. Doesn't mean it's going to come out. Four of Pentacles is holding back energy. So there's some kind of holding back. Somebody is holding back. And just before I pulled this card out, what was I saying? I was saying that somebody that has actual love may want to come in, but they can't because maybe this person is still in the picture, okay? Maybe this person is going around town saying that you guys are still connected together. Maybe she's saying or he's saying that you guys are still in touch and communication. I don't know. But there is some kind of holding back. And it's on top the Four of Cups. 44 is significant for somebody. You could see these numbers, okay? A lot of times holding back, it's a fear-based energy. Maybe you have fear to let go because you think you can work this out. Or maybe they have fear of losing you, but they're with somebody else. So that would not be it. They could be holding back something that belongs to you. Going out. This is the Knight of Cups. This is a Bachelor energy, okay? And it's in reverse. So this energy in reverse, it's sleeping in bed with anybody, okay? It's a gigolo. Empress energy. So you could be having a glow up. A glow up means that you look good, okay? It's like, because this person with the Four of Pentacles, it's like holding back. Maybe because of this person, you weren't allowed to speak to people. You had to hold back, okay? Because a lot of times narcissists are jealous. You're not allowed to talk to other people, all right? And it's like maybe you had hobbies that you love. You had to stop these hobbies, right? You had to hold back kind of thing. And maybe this is what it is because there's a glow up here, okay? This could be you in a brand new life kind of thing. Or this is them pretending, okay, that they're having a glow up. Because the tree is red, but there's holes in the tree. And I always say, well, you can see through this person, okay? So I'm not sure which is which. This is, a lot of times it's a person mirroring another person, okay? Because if you moved on and you're happy and you release this person, they could be jealous. Why? Because you didn't want to be their puppy kind of thing. They thought that you could teach you a lesson and you would come back begging, right? But you're not, right? Maybe you are, but maybe you're not. So if you moved on and you gave yourself a new life, right? People are seeing you in a glow up. But this is not helping this person. It doesn't matter. You keep going. Don't stop. This person here, their intentions were to teach you a lesson, all right? And they were trying to like deformate your character kind of thing. And this person has no sense of moral values. Okay, they need help, but they refuse to help. That's what I'm strongly getting. Okay, because with the education card, right, which is a Hierophant, a lot of times it's a person that needs help. Okay, they need learning. The Four of Wands, my church stained window. For all my new viewers, I see this Four of Wands as a church stained window. Okay, there's diamonds that form under pressure. There's a diamond here, all right? There's a separation. There's two X's on the window. So this is either somebody from the past coming back, or it's a separation, or if you're already in the commitment, a lot of times this is like marriage or renewing your vows, okay? I did pull out renewal. Okay, somebody may want to come back and renew something, an old love from the past. Okay, and I did pull out diamonds, form under pressure, diamonds in the reverse. So this is a separation. Okay, the blue represents the throat chakra. The throat chakra is speaking. So maybe you're in no contact Maybe you guys aren't talking, but somebody does want to talk with this. Whenever I pull this out, I get another pull. I'm the creator of this Four of Wands. I'm the only reader that you'll see pull out this card and say, I get another top pull. All right. And I'm the only one saying that this is a church stained window. Three of Swords. Okay. So there is a separation, right? Three of Swords is third party energy. It is cheating energy. And they're trying to keep you stuck in between. Like I said, okay, they made sure that you knew they were with somebody else. It's giving me like they're rubbing it in your face. They're trying to hurt you. Okay, so this is a full-blown narcissist, a sociopath, psychopath. Because psychopath, they plan ahead of time. They don't care the amount of time it takes, but they're going to see this through. Okay, so they do need help. And if they ever say sorry, which psychopath, sociopath, especially narcissists, they never say sorry. They never. All right. And when they do say they're sorry, they're not. And this is my olive branch. An olive branch is symbolic. It means to extend an apology. But it's not a good one. This is unbalanced. There's 2 pentacles on one side. There's 4 on the other. It's not equal. Okay. So this person would love to keep what belongs to you, kind of thing. And they're not sorry by doing it either. Star. So there is the star energy. It's always pouring into yourself and pouring into others. It's a wish fulfillment. This could have been their wish to hurt you. They don't want this. This card should be in reverse. Basically, the star. Okay, that's what it's giving me. Because you could be a star. You could be rising above all of this. Okay, and this is driving them crazy. This is driving them nuts. And it's actually standing up to a narcissist. So don't stop. If this is you, I congratulate you. Okay, because you're doing a good job. Don't fight back. Okay, don't fight back. A lot of times a narcissist, it's when you do fight back. A narcissist knows how to push your buttons. They know exactly what angers you. They know exactly what triggers you. Okay, and they know how you feel inside. And they, regardless of if you cry in front of them, they pretend that they pretend that they love this, but really what they laugh about it. Okay, they go out and they'll say, well, this person's such a crybaby, right? And they cry about everything, and they're too emotional, and they'll turn it right against you. Everything you do, they turn it against you, behind your back. They hide. And a narcissist will never admit they're a narcissist. They never admit it. We all have a seed of narcissistic values inside of us. We all do. Even I do. Okay? But I admit it. The mere fact that I admit it tells you that I'm willing to look at myself and correct myself. But go ask a narcissist. Go tell them you're a narcissist. They won't admit it. They'll say, no, I'm not a narcissist. You are. Right? They try to make you look like a victim. Or, sorry, they try to make themselves a victim, but they're actually victimizing you. All right? So keep shining bright. This is a true glow up. All right? There's value in this star card. Always good value, okay? Because there is a 6 of Wands. The first card out, this is a lot of times, okay, the first notion we get from a 6 of Wands in tarot is victory after a long battle. Right? And sometimes by just simply letting them destroy their own character, because a narcissist, that's all they do. They want to destroy your character. They want to destroy your life. All right? And by doing nothing, they actually destroy their own. Okay? They expose their own self. And this is why the exposure card is coming out. Moon is lies. It's also feeling emotional, and this could be a twin flame. Why? Because there's 2 twin trees here. They're almost identical. Okay? So it's giving me like they were lying against you. They were lying behind your back. There's a 3 of Swords. That's cheating energy. So they were, if you could have asked them, right? And the only way you would have known is by other people, perhaps. Somebody told you about it, and they still denied it. That's what a narcissist does. But there is some kind of angel up above that was protecting you throughout all of this. Okay, because this is love, healing, and miracles. So just the mere fact that it was an archangel watching up above, it's always giving me like there's some kind of ancestor that passed on loved one. All right, and it's Archangel Raphael. So they could have been there to help you through your difficult times. Especially when I began the reading, I said I was picking up on PTSD, right? And that's severe pain. It's not easy to go through. And a lot of people, again, I tend to say this a lot of times about PTSD, all right? If you fall into depression, the key is not to go look at it. Don't go to a doctor, because they're going to give you depression pills. That doesn't help, okay? Because then you get like, you're down, you're drained, you can't function, you go to work and it's not good. The answer is in the word depress. Break it in half, and what do you have? Deep rest. So that's the key to this healing. You need a lot of rest, deep rest, right? You need a lot of sleep. And if you're overworked, go to work, do your work, but tend to your issues after, kind of thing. Because if you do go to a doctor, they give you depression pills, you're not performing your top best at work, okay? You're not. And if you have vacation time, take it. Ask your boss, you know, you need some time off. A lot of them will understand, all right? But if you start telling your boss, well, I'm on depression pills, and, you know, they see you're not performing well at work, they're going to lose interest in you, and they're probably going to try to replace you with somebody else, okay? So this is why I'm saying, like, plenty of water, change your habits. And if you hold to sentimental values like pictures, clothing, jewelry that reminds you of them, you're going to keep yourself in depression. A cord cutting is very, very important. Let go. Okay? In life, we need to let go. Because when you die, you can't bring nothing with you. All right? But you got to keep your soul clean. God doesn't want a dirty soul. All right? Remember this. It's a lesson. God is giving us these lessons. You may ask yourself why, right? And then you're like, well, if God's doing this to me, why is he doing this to me? No, don't. He wants you to know why. And there is an answer that's going to come out from all of this. Okay, trust in the process. It's also to better your life, believe it or not. Okay, I don't care if anybody tried to unalive you. It's only going to make you stronger. Right? Because the next time around, if this does happen again, you're going to be smarter. It won't happen again. Okay? God probably saw that you were blind to see. All right? A lot of times that's the golden message about this. It's because we are wearing the rose-colored glasses. Love makes you blind. Okay? And it's understanding what true love is. The Page of Swords, so somebody's watching and stalking. Okay? Because if they are a narcissist, a sociopath, and a psychopath, they're not done yet. They want more, all right? And it's like, because you're pulling back, they want to come for more, okay? Why? Because a lot of times when you pull back, you trigger them, okay? They can't look at themselves. And you're the reason why, okay? So this is not bad, because some people say once a narcissist, always a narcissist. That's not true. Some of them do correct themselves, okay? And if you treat them in such a way, maybe they have a chance, because the education card is out, the Hierophant, all right? So just pull back your energy, all right? And by doing this, they meet somebody else, and maybe they will learn their lesson. You should never judge anybody regardless. And if they did try to unalive you, well, forgive them from afar. You don't have to be their friend, okay? But forgive them from afar, because you do not want to hate. That's the lesson in life. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer waters. They see you moving on. This is why you're watching and stalking, all right? And they know they've caused a backstab and betrayal. And some of them, if they're only a narcissist, okay, it's only a narcissist, and some of them can be fixed. But if I keep going with sociopath and psychopath, this is a criminal. A lot of times, psychopath, they have a mission to unalive, okay, and they're not done. So we'll soon find out. There's more cards come out. Somebody is a diamond in the rough here. They did not want you to be. Okay? Hermit, right? You hold the light. A lot of times, a candle in the wind will blow itself out because the wind will blow it out. But you're protected. You got a glass protecting that flame. Your light is always going to be on, never to be extinguished. Okay? You're a hermit because you're protected. So any kind of attack can't penetrate this shell. All right? Your home is your sanctuary. So it's like, that's why the turtle is representing the hermit. Because you're at home. Okay? That's your sanctuary. And a lot of times when you're in a relationship with somebody, your home is not a battlefield. Okay? And this is giving me like that's what they wanted. They wanted to create some kind of such a bad issue that you would want to leave on your own. The Son of Wands, a lot of times it talks about climbing up in life. But it's also them like sending other people watching you. Okay, a lot of times I get like somebody else is watching you. This is somebody from a dark side. Okay, they're blocking the sun. Okay. A forked tongue. They have snakes. They have a forked tongue. So this can be a frenemy, right? You may not know it, but you share information with this person, and they tell your ex. So the Son of Wands is, I don't always trust it. Wands are words, right? They may just simply ask you, "Hey, how you doing? What are you up to these days? Right? Want to go out tonight?" Anything like that. And then they relate the message. Because somebody's moving on in Six of Water, the Six of Swords, calmer waters. 10 of Swords. So this is where the nitty gritty gets to, all right? PTSD and unaliving, breaking the 10 Commandments, a sword through the eyes, making sure that you're blind to see of what's going on. They throw rocks, they hide their hands. Entrapment, right? This is a chrysalis, okay? It's a cocoon kind of thing. But the cocoon is like you're trying to break free from this cocoon, all right? They did not want you to break free. And a lot of times the Eight of Swords is breaking the law. Somebody tried to unalive you, and this is somebody who deserves to go to jail, okay? Because the first card out is an exposure. And they could be in fear of this right now. But it's giving me you survived. Okay, you survived this. And you transform because you have your colors, your blue. Blue is a throat chakra. It's speaking. You could be speaking your truth as well. Right? Maybe you need to make a report to the law. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, you would know. Okay, but the cards hasn't come out for this yet. But a lot of times, sociopath and a psychopath, they aim for trying to keep you stuck and making sure that you're in fear, right? To question yourself, self-doubt. That's your lower self. If they can keep you in your lower self, you're not gonna defend yourself, right? Defending is defending. But it's not attacking. There's a big difference. So if they throw a rock, don't throw one back. Because God's going to see you're just as bad as them, all right? You're willing to fight. Don't fight. And this is a lesson in reverse. And it's also a bad judge. There's some kind of ruling or a teaching. Or there's something that's done in reverse. A lot of times you get married with a Hierophant. Okay? So this could be like Maybe you're still married with this person and there's no separation yet. Maybe you're fighting in court for it. I don't know. But there's something, somebody holds the key of knowledge for something and somebody doesn't. All right. An emperor hiding the sun. A lot of times, it's not the death card, but I always see like if the sun is always blocked, this person who's doing this is going to pass away from something. All right. Because a tree cannot live without the sun. And the emperors, they always control a king. So either they hired somebody to control you, manipulate you, all right? It's giving me either they got help, whoever was working against you, all right, are slowly going to pass away. Emperors are always working in, like, when you're a king, you're a king. The King of Swords, sometimes these can be a police officer, a lawyer, or a doctor. Why? Because a King of Swords is a truthful person. Okay? So, or any kind of job that requires a truthful person. Police officers need to be truthful. Doctors, they need to be truthful. Okay? But when you're an emperor, it's like you're above that. Okay? So it's giving me somebody from the law. It can be a judge. All right? And it can also be somebody corrupt from anything else. Any kind of institution. I don't know. But emperors, it's like they found somebody who could help to control you, dwindle you. This person did not do it alone. There's some kind of connection. What other card that came out that explains connections? The service. Okay, service is like working with others, okay? So this person does have some kind of connection. Working with others, right? And it's also like with this card here, I see a big pot of soup, yes. But if I look at this differently, it's like they're trying to feed you something else. Doesn't necessarily mean it's food, all right? It can be like bad information, trying to lead you on in the bad, like in a bad direction. They could have told you, well, I promise I won't do this to you, but they're actually going to do it. A lot of times a narcissist, they do the opposite of what they say. Always, always, always. All right? And this is how they lure people. This is how they attract people. They pretend to be just like us, normal, regular people. Three of Wands is somebody having their back turned. All right? A lot of times it's depending on family, friends, and it's like you admitting, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own kind of thing. All right? The Three of Wands, it's also talking about family values. Okay? So maybe they have poor family values, but it's giving me like somebody's got their back turned. The Three of Wands is always like you putting the past in the past, moving forward. Your ships are at sea, meaning there's other options in life. Something else is going to come in. Something else is going to happen. The World, this is a cycle completion. And it's also one of the strongest cards I can pull out of the deck. Okay? So somebody is feeling conquered, all right? And somebody fears going to jail. Somebody cannot. Something could have been done on the World Wide Web. This is the World card. Okay, but this is a cycle completion. There's no way this person can fix their past. Whatever they have done to you, especially with the 10 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, okay, like that's entrapment. All right, and it's breaking all the rules, all the laws of the universe, even here on Earth, especially if there was an unaliving and some kind of poisoning from Hell's Kitchen. Raw meat, right? Soup, expired soup in a can. All these little crazy things, right? Bad cooking at home. Trying to make you like get angry. They know how to push buttons. Justice. I just spoke about it. The Queen of Swords. These are like steely eyes. A thief. And this is the person who caused the Ten of Swords. This is Libra energy. Okay? Doesn't necessarily mean it's Libra that did it. All right? But they were using their... They were attacking the Libra, the scales of justice. All right? It's unbalancing the scales. So it's unjust. All right? And I did pull out the King of Swords, right? There's so many cards here. I'm the only reader that uses so many cards. I'm pretty sure I did pull out the King of Swords. No, I didn't. I need to make sure because... No, I didn't, but I must have flashed it for the bottom of the deck. The Emperor, a lot of times, he does control the King of Swords. Because the King of Swords is truthful. That could be you. Alright? And an Emperor is like, could be a bad cop, bad judge. Somebody with authority. Who wanted to, who had the power to control you. There's that Hierophant, bad judge for sure. Bad lesson in life for them. This is the Wounded Warrior. The Nine of Wands is creating walls, stress, burdens. Alright? And it's like she cannot come back. It's a cycle completion. They're watching you get away as a Wounded Warrior. But it's also them being stressed. Why? Because the Queen of Swords is the one who did the Ten of Swords. Roles can be reversed, okay? In life, we embody all of these cards. But this person was in their Libra energy when they did this, the Queen of Swords energy. And this person could be a High Priestess in reverse. A lot of times, it's people know ahead of time. Psychopath, okay? They're very, very smart. Very smart. And they know ahead of time. And they know how to plan, okay? So that's why maybe the High Priestess is in reverse in the deck. Pushing back, being defensive. And this is also like you being a black sheep. They treated you like a black sheep. Hangman. So somebody's life is turned upside down and somebody's going to be forced to see introspection. Okay? But this Hangman is not the same like the Light Seers. Why? Because it's a bat. The bat has red eyeballs. Okay? Eyeballs. So it's the kind of person that doesn't sleep at night. They have bloodshot eyes. In the drugs. Okay? Red eyes are very significant in life. It's also demonic. And bats, they carry diseases. We all know that. Bats and rats. Okay? So this is why a lot of times when I shuffle the Wild Unknown, it's a different kind of reading from the Light Seers. But a lot of times it all goes to the same. I start with these here to give me a general message. What's the story is going to be about. And it kind of blends in. Okay? It kind of blends in. This is Oracle. Oracles is it's all supposed to give you a positive message. But there's a negative side to it as well. The King of Pentacles in reverse. There's a bad father figure who's demonic. This is poor family value. And it's them wanting... This is... A lot of times a narcissist, they're raised this way. So it's not... We can't blame them. Because if they were raised as a little child to be this way, it's not their fault. But they're still going to face judgment. They're still going to face the law. This is why we need to forgive. Okay? Because if they would have had the chance, okay, really it's the father figure that should be put to blame for this. You understand what I mean? The father figure is still alive. And he's probably pushing this person to do this. Right? And after a certain age, it's like, whoa, enough is enough. Alright, enough is enough. Grow the fuck up. But they're sick. And a lot of times, the sick and ill, what do we do with them? We send them to jail and we give them the treatment that they need. The help they need. Somebody's going to get dead stopped in their tracks. This is the deer in the headlight. They don't know any better. Okay, because they refuse to stop. Okay, a lot of times this in the upright is you're going to stop what you're doing. Stop your actions. All right? Enough is enough. Smarten up. But it's in the reverse. They don't want to stop. And it goes right on top of the father figure. This is the son. So roles can be reversed. It doesn't matter. This could be a father and this could be a daughter. All right? Or this could be a son and this can be a mother. Okay, but the King of Pentacles is always putting up on pedestal energy, right? It's like I'll deal with it when I want to. Okay, I'm in control. And it has to do with money. Always. Right? They're greedy. Their family is first and your family is nothing. You are nothing to them. And they don't want to be exposed, but the Six of Wands is out as the first card. High Priestess, it fell out. We all know it was in the reverse, okay? But it fell out in the upright. So they don't want you to talk. They want you to shut up, okay? The High Priestess, a lot of times, it's like you know everything about their life. They don't want this, right? Because this is causing fight issues in their life. Because they did this to you anyways, right? Like these two cards were in the reverse. But they fell in the upright. The ball's in your court now. Okay? Like everything's going to fall into your lap. Right? And they don't want you to talk. Because it's causing a big struggle, a big financial issue in their life. People are actually turning against this family. So don't stop. Whatever you're doing a good job. Okay? It's working. And it's going to bring you justice in your life. Okay, because they were using the scales of justice against you. So it's up to you now to make those scales balanced again. Especially if the law's not working to help. You're allowed to speak. You're allowed to speak. Just don't do any defamation of character. Speak your truth. All right? And when I began the reading, I spoke about somebody wanting to be with you in love. They're still in hiding, but this is in the works. You're a powerful manifester. Okay, because a lot of times this is alchemy. Okay, turning pain into power. It's as above, so below. Everything that they did, if you were able to pull back your energy and do everything like I said, cut the cords, right? Don't fight back. It's giving them a really, really bad impact in their life. But it's their medicine. It is. Okay, because the magician, that's what it's all about. Medicine. It's self-healing. It's a miracle. It's magic. Okay, they were using kitchen witchcraft. Trickery, lies, and deceit. So you have faith in the universe with this, okay? It's like as above, so below. So it's going back to them. But if you keep fighting back, you throw rocks, all right, and you stay stuck in this loop with them, it's a pyramid. Okay, because it's as above, so below. Okay, so both of you are sending this up to the universe and it's going back to you. You see, it makes a pyramid. Okay, but if you pull yourself out of this pyramid, it's only up above and down below. It's on them. It's not you being in this pyramid. Because that's what they wanted with this here. See, that's how you make a pyramid. You need 3 energies. Last card, I'm going to end it because you know what? That's the magician is, it's powerful. It's very, very significant. All right. Alchemy. And alchemists, some people, not everybody, but there's quite a few people that you can't unalive them. Because if somebody gives you a poison, it has to be a huge amount of poison for you to pass away. But if they try to roofie you or poison you, some people, they develop some kind of liquid inside of them that's going to keep them alive long enough for them to go to the hospital and get help. All right? And it's not everybody has this in their bloodline. All right? But there is alchemy in this. So I'm going to end it right here. Okay? And somebody refused to take on their lesson, but somebody did take on their lesson, because we have education here in the upright. All right? So this could be you. This is beautiful. All right? You could be a teacher. You could help other people with this. I'm sending everybody love and light. All right? And the strength needed to go through this difficult journey, because this reading is a difficult journey for sure. This is one of my longest videos that I made, and wishing everybody a great Saturday, and I'll speak to you guys again tomorrow. I love you all. Bye bye.